Give all praises and glory. So I gotta redo it again. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatham. We give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah Shem Hakadash. Devon to the apostles, GMS Ruel, Shalom to the faithful men as always continue doing the work of the Lord. Now, Lord willing, I just want to make a quick point because you see, obviously scoffers and shit, you know what I mean? Like the scripture says, scoffers are going to be here, right? And I just seen a little video yesterday. It was this enlarged nose nigga. He was talking about, the Noah's Ark is impossible. What about the animals wasted with the people would have caught diseases, and how can a kangaroo go all the way to the desert and all this other bullshit? You know what I'm saying? All right, which they found a lot of different little proofs. Which that's a whole nother video in itself, just showing that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about that, and also because people also like when they scoff the Bible, they try to say we're talking donkeys and stuff like that. So I want to touch on a few things on that because you notice a thing with niggas, especially with niggas, they're the biggest scoffers, them and Esau Edom, man. Because a nigga one way or the other is gonna follow Esau Edom. Either he's a street nigga and he's following Esau by shooting and because Esau he's the really the violent one, selling drugs. Esau he's the one selling the real drugs, the pharmakia, the pharmacy, which that word goes into witchcraft, drugs. Okay, that's on every corner. Then then you got the what they do in the army. They watch the poppy fields and so on and so forth. But and also Esau Wild Wild West type spirit, shooting guns. Everybody worship the gun. That's what Esau, he forward that weapons and things like that, or a nigga's gonna follow Esau by way of his science, or his beliefs, you know what I mean, and or plantation Christianity, one way or the other. If it's a nigga, he gonna follow the Esau Edom, one shape, fashion or fashion, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying. And these niggas, some niggas they matter of fact, let me get that real quick. They try to lean on so-called science falsely so-called, all right, and then they try to take away the Lord completely. 1 Corinthians 1:21, for after that in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. And that's what happened. These people think they so fucking smart. Wisdom of Solomon 13 says that. It says that they so-called can know so much aiming at the world, but they don't see that the Most High is real. It says it pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. Right, man. It pleased the Most High, man. This is foolishness to people. The cross, chiefly. You know what I'm saying? But the whole truth, man. Noah's Ark, because that goes into the gospel too. You know what I'm saying? That's foolishness to these people. They're like, that's impossible. How the hell can two animals, all these different things, animals going to eat each other? Even though Isaiah, 11 says when the kingdom comes, these animals ain't going to be eating each other. So the Most High at that time, he just stilled the animals. He let them just eat the lions and things like that. They just ate hay and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, for the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. And the Greeks is talking about those Jews speaking Greeks, all right? Or the Jews that speak Greek, all right? Those Hellenized Jews, So now they're in the philosophy of Greek, you know what I'm saying? Hellenism, you know what I'm saying? So they believe that doctrine, and that madness, And so now today is the same thing. Now they're just Americanized, and now they seek wisdom. They seek will scientifically break down the Most High. But it's the thing, you cannot break down the Most. That's the problem with these niggas, man. They trying to make an equation of the Most High, and if they can't figure it out, they're just like, well, that can't be, that's not scientifically, so it's false. No, you know what I'm saying. And then you got the ones that do believe, the Israelites that do believe, or some, know that there's a God. They require a sign. Well, if God is real, then perform this miracle. You just either way, you can't satisfy a nigga, man. You know, is so these niggas, man, they just gonna keep scoffing, man. Let me get that. All right, but this thing is about faith, man. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers. Uh, Hold on, what was I about to get? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna get. So like, 2 Peter 3:3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall be come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. And that's what people gonna do, man. People gonna scoff. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Lord's going to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? You can scoff all you want, but this is still the truth. Proverbs 3:34. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. Right, so the Lord's going to scorn or mock or scoff you. You scoffing the prophets, you scoffing the Most High and his Son and the angels, where the Lord's going to scoff and mock you. You know what I'm saying? You see? So, it's also, let me go to, cause cause another thing, like I said, that they scoff about is the talking donkey in the scriptures. Okay, now let me get this real quick. Let me pull it up because I'm using my other phone, so you ain't gonna be able to see it on this phone. So like, let me pull something up real quick. Let me see. I might have to pull it back up. All right, because they said, right, the talking donkey, right? So let me get this real quick. And this, I'm gonna show you something, because this shows you that these niggas have faith. Like it says, Greek seek wisdom, right? This shows you that these niggas have more faith in Esau, Edom, all right? Their God, their daddy, pretty much. They rather have faith in this man than the Most High, all right? So like, let me type this in real quick. All right. Hold on, that's not what I want. I'm gonna type in, is there a technology to make dogs speak, right? Let me see. So now it says there is no technology to make dogs speak in the way humans do. There are tools and techniques being developed to help dogs communicate with humans, vice versa. All right. And it got the list. It goes into body language, vocalization. Dog use a variety of barks, growls, and whines to express themselves. Researchers are studying these vocalizations to understand their meanings. AI and computer vision. Some companies are developing AI models that can analyze dog barks, facial expressions, and body language to interpret their needs and intentions. All right.
Button boards. These are boards with pre-recorded buttons that represent words or phrases. Dogs can be trained to press these buttons to communicate with their desires. AI-powered collars. Some companies are developing collars with AI that can translate dog vocalizations into human understandable language. Doggy Vest, a device that allows dogs to pull a lever that pull a pre-recorded message, helping them communicate in emergencies. All right, so let me see. So they might not have um it's not technically perfected, but they got different means. They got seen videos where they push the buttons. They got videos with a little collar and it speaks for them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and if Esau was allowed to keep going and going and going, to keep ruling, he probably could come up with some shit to really translate and shit. But that's the thing. My point is, these niggas will have more faith in Esau's technology that he can make an animal communicate with a human. Or, you know what I'm saying, fucking teach an ape sign language and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or he got more faith that Esau can make his chariots was like airplanes and jets and send a so-called aircraft to the moon, which obviously he didn't. But they would have more faith in that than for the Lord to ride in his chariots or for the Lord to make an animal to speak. You know what I'm saying? And other things, man, for the Lord to control the weather. Esau got technology to control the weather. But they rather have faith in that to cure diseases. Yahweh Shai, when he was on the earth, he was curing diseases. Now Esau, he got technology and so-called, vaccine waters and shit to heal people. But they rather trust in that. When first of all that shit is not even perfect. All right, let's get that straight. A lot of that shit works. I'm not saying that Maxine Waters. I'm talking about different things that Esau do. Of course, some things can work, but a lot of things really it might help you, but it destroys you at the same time. You see the commercials with the medicines and shit like that because he can't perfect it, man. The Most High, he's the perfection. He the one that created all these things, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we gotta trust the Lord and His power. We gotta trust His power. That everything to Him is easy. Matter of fact, this is Salaki. This is Second Peter 2:15, which have forsaken the right way and are gone away, following the way of Balaam the son of Bazar, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass speaking with man's voice forbade the madness of the prophet, right? And a dumb means you can't speak. An ass is a donkey. Now today, the dumb ass has changed the meaning of it. But, that's people scoff at that, man. But the Lord, nothing's too hard for the Lord, man. All right? And he got the power to do that. If he wants to do that, then he can fucking do that. All right? Let me see. Jeremiah 32:17. Our Lord God, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by thy great power and stretched out arm. And there is nothing too hard for thee. Right. So there's nothing too hard for the Lord. First and foremost, he created everything. And if he wants to manipulate the elements and turn back time or whatever, stop the sun, take the sun back, whatever the fuck he wants to do, he can do it. Because nothing is too hard for him, man. Esau, it's hard for this nigga, for him to, he got a shirt. Man, might as well get that because this is my second time quoting this. All right, he got to search out the heavens, everything, and try to figure out how to do this, that, and the third. The Lord, it's easy for the Lord, man. All right, let me see. Um, wait a minute, I'm mixing scriptures. So like it. Let me see. Hold on. This one's actually in Wisdom and Solomon. Which one is that? Salakia. Yeah, I'm mixing scripture. That's why. That's why it happened. I think it's around here though. Yeah, here it is. Wisdom of Solomon 9. I'm gonna start up a little bit at like 13. It says, "For what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain." Right? Yeah, man. Your thoughts of mortal men is miserable, man, and your devices is uncertain. Esau, knowledge increased. That's prophecy, of course. Not just Esau too, because there's a lot of different smart heathens too. You know what I'm saying? They advanced. They got, they grew in technology and shit like that. But all that shit really is uncertain. Nothing is really perfect. Shit can break. Shit can cause harm to human bodies. You know what I'm saying? It says, "For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weareth down the mind that moves upon many things." All right. It says, "And hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth. And with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things are in heaven who have searched out." Right. So with labor do we find the things that are before us. The science experiment. You learn that shit in school. The science experiment. What's this? The hypothesis. What's that shit called? Um, Well, I forgot the damn words, man. My educated guess. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, think about all this science. A lot of people, a lot of these different people that found out these different things gave their life to it. Their whole life was trying to figure out equations and science and all and biology and shit like that. When the Lord already knows the fucking full breakdown in and out, and in the instant can just manipulate it, make it grow, make it, whatever. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do. Even when you have a shot, he said, growing your stature, that's gonna be the least of things we're gonna do. Growing your height, making yourself taller, shorter, that's gonna be the easiest fucking thing to do. Now today, how you make yourself taller? You know what I mean? You gotta go to Esau. He gonna probably break your bones, put some fucking metal shit in your fucking. You know what I mean? He gotta fucking destroy you. But the Lord can just do that easy, with no side effects. All right? You see them superhero movies and shit. What's that? Ant-Man. He grows himself big as he can, but he said that shit can it can rip him apart or something like that. I forgot. We ain't gonna be having them problems in the kingdom, man. If I want to make myself as bigger than the fucking sun, I'm gonna be able to do that. That's gonna be the Lord said that's gonna be the least things that we gonna do, man. So how much more? What other things are we gonna do? All right. So making a fucking donkey talk, that's easy, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. It says, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, one more point. It says, "But the things are in heaven who have searched out." Right. And Esau, let's get this straight, man. Like I said, a lot of science and biology and all that shit is correct. I'm not saying all science is bad. You can actually, I love science. I like learning how shit works and shit like that. Biology and all that good shit. But let's get this straight. Esau can't even figure out everything in the human body. They just now found a fucking organ in the body. I might make a video on that. You know what I'm saying? They just now discovered that shit. Like, I think last year or this year, there's certain parts of the body that they say they're just useless. But no, nigga, you just don't understand it. There's this parts of this It's a lot of things that Esau do not understand, and he can't fully break down on this earth, under the earth, in the sea, the ocean, all that. You ain't even discovered all of it. So how much more the heavens? That's even more. That's way out your league, man. But Esau think he knows everything, and in return, you niggas think you know everything, man, because you follow after this man's way, his thinking, all right? And that's when you come to the Lord, man, you gotta have faith in him, man. And the Lord will start showing you proof, of course. You know, he starts showing you a little bit of scientific and historical artifacts and, you know, biology, you know, things about, okay, oh God, that pretty much reaffirms my faith. But really, we don't even need all that. All we really need is the Lord's words and just to have faith on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So that's pretty much the point, man. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, hopefully, brothers edify. I'm gonna give our praise and glory to Alpha Shemiah Shah, Shrimp Kakadash. We bounce to the process of GMS Ruel, showing to our brothers in this work. That I'm gonna say, Shalom.